Welcome along to Film Talk. I'm Richard Edwards, and today we're talking about Mank, the new film by David Fincher, from a screenplay by Jack Fincher, that's his father, and starring Gary Oldman as Herman Mankiewicz as he fights to write the first draft of the classic film Citizen Kane.
Mank, it's Orson Welles.
Of course it is.
I think it's time we talked. Ready and willing to hunt a great white whale?
Just call me Ahab.
Tell the story you know.
Shortly after a road accident, Herman is taken off to a ranch to recover from his injuries. He's there with a nurse and a secretary who's there to help take down the dictation for the screenplay of Citizen Kane. He's got 90 days to begin with, which is very soon cut down to 60 days by Orson Welles, the 24-year-old wunderkind. Gary Oldman plays Mankiewicz, this drunk, washed-up screenwriter who's part of a writing team at just about every studio that will give him a few pennies to help out and contribute to his living expenses. The character kind of doesn't warm to the viewer. I didn't find myself being invested in Mankiewicz as a character. The portrayal by Gary Oldman, perhaps very accurate and great acting, but Mankiewicz he seemed to be just a washed-up drunk who was annoying as many people as he was pleasing, if not more.
I hear you're hunting dangerous game.
This is different. This is about something.
I've put up with your suicidal drinking, your compulsive gambling, your silly platonic affairs.
I gave you a second chance.
Her wealth and influence.
You pick a fight with Willie, you are finished.
The film is beautifully shot and it's visually stunning, and as some of these scenes will show you, it really is a visual treat. They've recreated old Hollywood in a really beautiful way. When you're visiting some of the old RKO lot and Paramount lot, well, a lot of those buildings are still there, and as you walk past the Paramount building, which is merged with RKO, which was next door originally, you can still see the globes up on the wall around the outside, which were part of the old RKO logo. So a lot of the original sets and locations are still there, and you can go back and recreate that image beautifully. I've always been a big fan of Charles Dance. Whatever he's in, he puts in a strong performance, and here he is as William Randolph Hearst, the media mogul of the day. He was kind of like the Murdoch of the 30s and 40s. Hearst owned just about every major newspaper in the US. The power he had over Hollywood, over society, over industry was second to none. And he had a strong influence on Louis B. Mayer, played here by Arliss Howard. You really see that influence coming across in the way they tried to influence the elections of the 1930s, both Hollywood and the newspaper industry, trying to influence that outcome, particularly in California. But also the influence on the movie industry. And there's an influence here too on Herman Mankiewicz. Turns out that William Randolph Hearst, who was a big fan of Mankiewicz, was paying part of his salary. Louis B. Mayer, who's known to be a bit thrifty, was actually only paying part of Herman's salary. The balance was being subsidised by William Randolph Hearst. But here's Charles Dance. It's a great performance. And I think he and Amanda Seyfried are the two strongest performances in this film. I mean, Amanda, as you can see here, is absolutely stunning, as Marion Davies. Marion Davies was a big star in the 30s and 40s and a very accomplished actress, and meant to be the inspiration for the girlfriend for Charles Foster Kane in Citizen Kane, that awful actress who couldn't sing, and Kane was trying to put her on in a big performance, but actually she kept failing all the time as the laughing stock of the audiences. But Amanda really plays Marion beautifully here, and it's a very strong performance, as you can see. Tom Burke as Orson Welles. You only see him in snippets throughout the film. It's great scenery. They've recreated old Hollywood beautifully here, and I think you can, it's one of the things that's going to make it an award contender is that visual presentation, not just the cinematography, but the set design, the production design, the costumes, the hair, that kind of visual elements, all the visual elements combined beautifully to make it look an absolutely stunning film. Eric Messerschmitt's cinematography really comes to the fore, and that's really what's helping make this such a classic film, or the potential to be a classic film. If you're a student of film or you love film, it's the technical side of this that's really going to win through and make you think, wow, this is a powerful film, I need to watch this again. And I think that's where it's going to win its awards. Perhaps in sound design, the music I thought was very good, very authentic of the period. But the visual creation, the editing, the packaging and presentation of the film is where it deserves to win the awards. Whether it does or not, we shall see. That's Mank, available on Netflix. It'd be great to know what you think, so do leave some comments down below. If you enjoyed the video, please subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to hit that little bell icon to get a notification every time we release a new video. Thanks for watching. See you next time.